EA Sports, and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Boston Championship.
I'm loving that balance.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Strong wind here early in the round. Second shot, good look at the green. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
And who knows? It is a 4-round tournament, setting himself up for a good weekend, maybe a great one. Young star makes his birdie. If you're just joining us, let's take you out to our featured golfer at the 5th. As we catch up with today's featured golfer, Frank, what's the key to generating some momentum?
Just hitting good shots. I know it sort of sounds like the old cliche, but plenty of opportunities. A few 10, 15-foot putts start going down. This round will change dramatically.
That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be what? 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. Frank going for another birdie here.
Chance to get on a real roll.
Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Nice par to remain 1 under. This is one of the most challenging holes on the golf course, Frank. 465-yard par 4 6th.
Yeah, just hit your tee shot in between those 2 trees. You don't have to be too aggressive. You really do have to hit this ball on the fairway because that green is tucked very close to the water.
Beautiful looking shot right here. Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Yardage book says 140, second shot. Good looking shot right here. How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Starting to move now, Frank, on this leaderboard.
Certainly going all in the positive direction. He's in the middle of the pack, now top 15.
7th hole, Frank, is a muscular par 5, 600 yards. What's the way to play it?
Just tee it up and hit it as hard as you can. Get this one on the fairway here, then you've got no problem carrying that huge cross bunker with your second shot.
Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long. Second shot coming up here at the par 5.
That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
And to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole, this for birdie.
It doesn't go in, you got to add another one to the scorecard.
And that's where the golf ball's just staring at you and mocking you and laughing at you.
You know deep down it's smiling too, don't you?
So a steady climber with the par into the top 10.
Yeah, another scrapper.
Now to the par 3 8th. And Frank, what's the best way to go here?
Hit your best, and then you're looking at making 2.
That's how you play the game, right there. Stick it in close and then knock in the birdie. Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Starting to make the move, now to -3 with yet another birdie. Frank, I don't know about you, but I love a good hot dog and a soda at the turn. Of course, it tastes a lot better after you've made par. How difficult is that proposition here at the 9th?
Well, if you stray with your tee shot here, you'll be making hamburgers, that's for sure.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Officials calling that one around 310 yards. This is how the game is supposed to be played. This has been just outstanding. Beautiful to watch. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
That was not a very good read right there. Has this to save par. Knocks that putt in for par to stay at 3 under. There you have it, Frank. The first round is a wrap. We saw some good golf out there.
It was certainly a fun round to watch. There's a lot of great players in this field, and this is such an exciting venue. I just can't wait to see what happens the rest of the championship.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Boston Championship. Here now with a par 4 fourth and at just 298 yards. That's right, under 300 yards and a par 4. You thinking about driving the green?
Only the faint of heart won't go for this green.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Well, he'll have to get up and down from the bunker to save his par. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now he'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
Well, in the sand, but it has been raked nicely, looking for something positive. Pretty good shot right there. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Frank, nothing really went the player's way this week.
Yeah, if this was motor racing, you'd say it's a case of having 4 flat tires.
Back on the tee here at the 5th, Frank, this one is not drivable.
Oh, that's for sure. 2 bunkers. The one that most of the players really worry about is the one down the left side. 300 yards to carry that. He's gone for a little extra. Oh, beautiful swing. And the result is every bit as good. Long just meant longer.
Excellent drive right there, Frank.
Circa 310.
Frank, the TPC Boston really starts to show its teeth here in the 5th hole.
Yeah, beautiful hole. That green up ahead, though, there's 3 different sections. Obviously, the easy section is that middle one where it just pokes out to the left.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, and trying for another one today. Frank well off the pace, but the true professionals, they keep digging, trying to get better. Ready now at the 6th. It is a tricky 465-yard par 4.
Yeah, hit it through the chute. Water comes into play a little bit down the left if you're a long hitter.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. The second shot now to the par 4. You can hear it right off the center of the club face. This has a chance to be close. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Frank going for 2 in a row now.
That might go unnoticed, Rich, but that birdie just sneak inside the top 15.
Frank now a big par 5, the 7th hole.
Yeah, there's an interesting feature on this par 5. About 100 yards short of the green is that huge cross bunker. So a good tee shot, that shouldn't be a problem. Stray a little, and then your mind is definitely on that.
Can't ask for much more here at the 7th. He has hit a good one.
Second shot.
That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. That's good work right there. Just a tap in. Settles in over the putt. Almost. Wow. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. He needs this for par. He'll take par and move on. Don't forget third round coverage coming your way tomorrow on EA Sports. For Frank Nobilo, I'm Rich Lerner, saying so long for now. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Boston Championship.
Nice.
Looks good.
Oh, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
And now the second shot here at this par 5. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in.
I mean, this skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Frank, how much does that birdie help the cause?
Well, it doesn't look like much right now, Rich, just sneaking inside the top 20, but at the end of the day, that might be the one that turned the tide.
A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. Let's see what they do from 140 yards. Vijay Singh, Charlie Hoffman, and Big Henrik Stenson, they all have one thing in common. They all tied for the low tournament score at TPC Boston, 22 under.
And they're all good. Yeah, this is a golf course that obviously gives in to the longer hitters. And if there's just a little bit of sting taken out of the greens, then these long hitters have a huge advantage.
Made par yesterday, this one for birdie. That's all he wanted to do there.
Yeah, it's touch. And when you think from that distance, chances of making are almost none. So to guarantee a two-putt, well done.
Been a little too much of that, Frank, just sort of ho-hum pars. Here we are at the 16th now, looking at just over 160 yards.
You can sense the fear, can't you?
This one doesn't look good.
There's water over...
Frank, you've just hit one in the water. You don't want to compound the mistake. What's the mindset here?
This one right here, you've got to forget that big blue oasis in front of you.
Now on to his third shot after the last one went into the water. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Outstanding strike right there, right off the center of the club face. And a good chance for birdie. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
It's amazing. Doesn't matter how close it goes. It's an extra shot. That one will definitely hurt.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Frank, how do you explain what we saw here?
It's a mess. It's probably the easiest way to put it. This is a case of anything that could go wrong. Not just probably, it did.
No fairway here, this one in that rough. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
And he's made the green. Solid par. Frank, the 18th here at TPC Boston has generated a lot of buzz through the years, hasn't it?
It has, and those changes have just made this finishing hole so much better. The fact that they've narrowed up the front of the green, they've made that left side more severe. Now you can't bail out on the left. If you do, it's an awful little pitch or even a putt up the hill.
The addition of that putt bunker, Frank, how has that changed the hole?
Well, if you stray off the tee or find one of those bunkers with your tee shot, you really have to be aware of exactly the distance that little pot bunker is away. Because if you just sort of whack it out of the bunker and lay it up there, and you find the next bunker, then you're in trouble. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Crucial eagle attempt on the left. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy.
When you consider the length of that putt, it's a good putt.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. He got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
So just a formality here. That's the idea. Just knock it in. Well, Frank, as they say up here in New England, that wraps up another wicked good round.
Yeah, you've just played one of the best golf courses up in New England area, and it was the best time of the year to play it.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Boston Championship. That ball's run out certainly over 300 yards, Frank. Call it about 310. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That one inside of 10 feet, really dialed in. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Just playing excellent golf. 5 under for the tournament. Frank, here at the 16th, you really see this sort of New England character, don't you?
Yeah, that stone wall now protects that sort of two-tiered green. And it sort of showcases the golf course. It just fits in beautifully with what Hans and Faxon have done to the golf course.
Oh, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Suddenly a ray of sunshine with that birdie.
There is hope. And on the top 25.
Frank, the 17th here at TPC Boston underwent quite a radical change.
Yeah, that renovation and that redesign that they did, it changed the character of the hole, but they still kept that big mound in the middle of the green. So that second shot is still punishing if you misjudge it.
And players nursing a lead, they might want to think about playing it safe down the right side, but if you're trying to make up some ground, you could try to fly the church pews that divide the fairway into 2 sections, and that would give you a nice short wedge in.
Yeah, give you a short wedge in, but really the risk, is it worth it?
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie.
Now it's that sneaky distance. Sneaking into contention here with that birdie.
Top 15 now on the leaderboard. On to the 18th and a big par 5 to finish out the round.
Yeah, fun way. Let's see, course record 61. What can you do here? Well, when he goes after it like he is here. That is burning through the atmosphere. Look at that thing, it's got a tail on it.
That's like a rocket ship. That one was launched by NASA.
Errant tee shot here, Rich, but going to have to muscle this one out of the rough.
Ends up in the first cut, and he'll have a pretty good look at the hole location from here. Get down! Lay down! So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, didn't take the bait, and at least now he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance, though, getting away with par.
And it makes the green in regulation. Oh, that hurts. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. This one just requires a little bit of focus. That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par, and you keep things steady. Frank, solid effort today. What's your assessment?
Golf like that can certainly result in wins, that's for sure. But more importantly, the opportunity to get one.